Have you ever felt like life is pushing you into a corner so tight that no matter how hard you try, there's just no way out? Like every door you knock on stays shut. Like every effort you make somehow slips through your fingers. If you've ever felt that weight, that silence, that invisible pressure sitting on your chest, then this moment right now is for you. Because the truth is, difficult times don't come to test how strong you are. They come to show you how strong you can become. Think about it. Every single person you admire, every successful individual you look up to, every story that inspires you, none of them had an easy path. Not one. Behind every victory, there were sleepless nights. Behind every smile, there were silent tears. Behind every "I made it," there was a phase where they almost gave up. And maybe that's where you are right now, at that edge. That moment where your mind whispers, maybe this isn't for me. That moment where your heart says, I'm tired. That moment where quitting feels easier than continuing. But let me ask you something. What if this moment, this exact struggle, is the turning point of your life? What if the reason it's so hard right now is because you're closer than you think? We often imagine success as this straight line, effort, progress, achievement. But real life doesn't work like that. Real life is messy. It's unpredictable. It's filled with setbacks, delays, failures, and moments that make no sense at all. And yet, those are the moments that shape you. Because when everything is going right, you don't grow. You stay comfortable. You stay the same. But when things fall apart, when plans fail, when nothing seems to work, that's when something powerful begins to happen inside you. You start discovering parts of yourself you never knew existed, strength you didn't know you had, patience you never practiced before, courage you didn't think was possible. But here's the problem. Most people quit before they ever reach that version of themselves. They stop in the middle of the storm, not realizing that just beyond it, there's calm. Imagine a seed buried deep in the soil. It's surrounded by darkness. It's under pressure. It has no idea what's happening above the ground. If that seed could think, it might believe this is the end. But in reality, that pressure, that darkness, is exactly what it needs to grow. And slowly, silently, it begins to push through. That's you. Right now, you might feel buried under problems, expectations, failures, doubts, but that doesn't mean you're finished. It means you're in the process of becoming something stronger, something better, but only if you don't give up. Because giving up is not just stopping, it's deciding that your story ends here, and I refuse to believe that your story is meant to end in struggle. There's something inside you, something powerful, something that refuses to stay down forever. You've felt it before. That small voice that says, try one more time. That voice matters. Listen to it, because that voice is the real you, not the fear, not the doubt, not the negativity. Those are temporary, but your potential, that's permanent. Let's be honest for a moment. Difficult times can break you. They can drain your energy, your confidence, your hope. They can make you question everything. Your abilities, your choices, even your worth. But here's the truth no one talks about enough. You don't need to feel strong to keep going. You just need to keep going. Strength is not something you start with. It's something you build. Every time you choose not to quit, even when you feel like quitting, you're building strength. Every time you get up after falling, you're building resilience. Every time you push forward despite fear, you're becoming unstoppable. And yes, it's hard. No one is denying that. There will be days when you feel exhausted for no reason. Days when even the smallest task feels overwhelming. Days when you look around and feel like everyone else is moving ahead while you're stuck. But don't compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's timing is different. And just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not working. Growth is not always visible. Sometimes the biggest changes are happening inside you, quietly, without any applause, without any recognition. But they matter. They matter more than you realize. Because one day, all those small efforts, all those moments when you didn't give up, they will come together. And suddenly, things will start making sense. Suddenly, the struggle will feel worth it. Suddenly, you'll realize why it had to be this way. But you won't get to that day if you stop today. So, what do you do when everything feels against you? You simplify. You don't think about the entire journey. You focus on the next step. Just one step. Not 10, not 100, just one. Because even the longest journey in the world is completed one step at a time. And maybe today, your step is just getting out of bed and trying again. Maybe it's making one phone call. Maybe it's studying for 1 hour. Maybe it's choosing not to give up, just for today. And that's enough. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Because motion creates momentum, and momentum creates change. Let me tell you something important. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every failure teaches you something. Every mistake shows you what doesn't work. Every setback prepares you for a better comeback, but only if you learn from it. Only if you don't let it define you. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not your past. You are not the opinions of people who doubt you. You are the person who keeps going despite all of it. And that is powerful. There's a reason why the darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Because light shines the most when everything around it is dark. And right now, you might be in that darkness. But that doesn't mean there's no light. It just means it's your time to shine. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Take a deep breath. Think about everything you've been through. All the challenges you faced. All the moments you thought you wouldn't survive. But you did. You're still here. And that means something. That means you're stronger than you think. That means you've already overcome things that once felt impossible. So why stop now? Why give up now when you've come this far? You owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. You owe it to your dreams to give them a real chance. You owe it to that younger version of yourself who believed in something more. Don't let that belief die. Protect it, feed it, fight for it, because no one else will do it for you. And yes, people may doubt you. They may question your choices. They may not understand your journey. But that's okay, because this is your life, your path, your story, and you get to decide how it ends. So make a decision, right here, right now. Decide that no matter how hard it gets, you will not give up. Decide that no matter how long it takes, you will keep going. Decide that your struggles will not break you, they will build you. And once you make that decision, hold on to it. On the good days, and especially on the bad ones. Because consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. And remember, you don't have to be fearless. You just have to act despite the fear. Because courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision that something else is more important. Your goals, your future, your life, they matter. You matter. So stand up, even if it's slow. Move forward, even if it's small. Keep going, even if it's hard. Because one day, you're going to look back at this moment, and you're going to be grateful you didn't quit. You're going to be proud that you kept going when everything inside you wanted to stop. You're going to realize that this was not the end of your story. This was the beginning of your transformation. So don't give up. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because your story is not finished yet. And the best part is still coming.